We will begin our press conference if the Vice Mayor is ready. No, you're good, Vice Mayor. We have obviously the Vice Mayor and Councilmember Williams. I'm not sure if we have any other council members here today, but nice to have you both here. There's a couple of topics we want to share today, and at least one of them is good news. I want to talk a little bit about the Black History Month. So we're recognizing February as Black History Month. Black history is American history. And this month we will be engaging in an exciting project to recognize a great American icon whose story helped us in a journey to equality, and that's Rosa Parks. Now, it's my understanding that Councilmember Williams helped with this project that I'm going to explain. I think part of that may have stemmed from when she was Rosa Parks' middle school teacher. I'm not exactly sure. Wichita Transit, the City Communications Department, and the Office of Community Services have partnered to sponsor activities to help 5th and 6th grade students learn the story of Rosa Parks, and at the same time learn important skills in research and communications. This pilot program will encourage 5th and 6th graders at L. Overture Gordon Parks, Brooks, Spock Mueller schools to create a poster or write an essay to teach others about Rosa Parks and her significant accomplishments. Winners in both categories will be chosen from each school. We will also be, and I think this is where Councilmember Williams has helped out, wrapping a bus, wrapped to replicate the bus that Rosa Parks rode in December of 1955. The Rosa Parks bus will be in service for 1 year. In addition to regular routes, the bus will be available the bus will also be available as an educational tool to support diversity awareness in our community. We plan on unveiling the winners of the poster and essay contest and showcasing the newly wrapped bus on February the 25th. The other topic we want to visit about today is one of earthquakes. We have recently undertaken a pretty thorough investigation and assessment of the uptick in earthquake activity. Like many Wichita homes, city buildings experienced some minor damage, and as a result of the pair of earthquakes that occurred on January 6th. Following the earthquake, city staff began assessing facilities and infrastructure to ensure that no damage resulted that would impact on public safety or normal day-to-day activity. From there, staff at each facility began to assess and record any damages believed to be related to the earthquake. Staff then followed up to investigate if the damage was indeed new and potentially earthquake-related. Some of the damage includes foundation and drywall damage to 2 police substations, 2 park and recreation centers, and 2 community centers. Foundation and drywall damage to the Mid-American All-Indian Center. Damage to concrete masonry and ceramic tiles at the Alford Library. Damage to the bricks of the Park Villa restroom building. And perhaps the most disruptive damage, at least 10 water main breaks in the days that followed the earthquake, a number much higher than normal, we think are attributed to the earthquake. The water main breaks were repaired immediately. The rest of the repairs will be completed based on priority. Damage that has the potential to impact operations will be completed first, and damage that is deemed to be cosmetic will be completed last. Staff is also working to enhance the earthquake response plan so that we can be prepared in the event that these earthquakes increase in frequency or magnitude. The cost estimate for the damage repair that we have assessed thus far was around $100,000, with about $60,000 of that being due to water main breaks. This will all be paid out of our regular operating budget. The total amount of the damages reported to the finance fell far short of the $250,000 earthquake insurance deductible. And at that point, we will open it up for questions. I also would introduce those that probably know him well. Alan King is with me today if there's any particular questions in relationship to the assessment or the earthquake damage. Pretty quiet group today. Would you like to hear Council Member Williams' version of educating Rosa Parks? Okay.
What kind of enhancements are you looking at for the earthquake response plan? What's that?
Alan, you want to talk about?
Yeah, as you would expect with all emergency response plans, they're continually improved, particularly as you learn new things with an event. We'll do a hot wash, we call it, and try to figure out what things that need to be changed, what gaps there are, and make the changes to our plan, primarily in the area of communications is what I expect.
Was the damage a cumulative effect of the earthquakes we've had, or was the damage caused by those two events?
We really didn't see much prior damage, so we think it's from the larger the last event, February 6th, I think I mentioned. Okay, thank you all for coming. One note, now that we televise this live, I would add that I think we also will have online versions of this, and are we going to be able to at some point in time send this out to different folks that might want a connection to this briefing on a weekly basis? So if you are not able to obviously attend and you need to have access, get with our communications team. We'll figure that out. Thank you all.